Hi, today's topic is what is a secure wipe? What we're talking about here is storage, and we're talking about wiping storage so that people who get access to it, particularly after it's been decommissioned, for instance, or sold on, can't get sensitive material from it. So let's say that you have a laptop and you've been doing your banking on it. So there's information about your bank and maybe even passwords on it. Well, if you decide to sell that laptop, then you wouldn't want the person who's getting it to be able to do anything with that. And so secure wipe of it would be something that you might want to consider. Now, it turns out that doing this is more difficult than you might think. Because the way that data is stored, both at the physical and the virtual level, means that it can stay around for a lot longer than you think. Just deleting a file on your computer, let's say putting it in the waste basket, for instance, will almost certainly not wipe it. It'll almost certainly still be around. But even using specific delete commands may not do the job. And it gets even worse than that, because when you, in most modern file systems, when you delete something, it may just stick around for a while, just in case it's needed, in case you want to undelete it. And what's more, even worse, the obvious way you might try to do a secure wipe is to basically choose the part of the disk that you want to overwrite. We're assuming this is a physical disk here. The problems are even more complex with an SSD, and put lots of ones and zeros over it. But if you do that lots of times, the disk will, the software will say, oh, actually, I see there's lots of writes going on here. I won't do them all at once. I'll wait and I'll just do it once. Rather than doing lots of things, it'll actually just do the last thing that would have made the difference. And so actually, it's really, really difficult to do this. This is not a topic I can deal with in a huge amount of detail in a short video. But if you care about secure wiping of a disk, you need to understand what you're doing it for, who you're trying to protect it against, and the physical and virtual environment on which you're doing it. Now, one good thing is that for many modern devices or machines, we use disk encryption, which means that actually most, not all, but most of the data is actually never stored directly on the disk. And as long as you are careful about what you're choosing in terms of the passwords and the way that it is protected, that helps us a bit. So actually, sometimes secure wipe is a matter really of throwing away the passwords or wiping over the bit of software which is doing the encryption, so that actually there's no way of going back and finding the keys that are using the disk encryption. So instead of secure wipe, we use disk encryption. Although, if you really care, you might want to be combining the two. So secure wipe is about how you get rid of data on a storage medium, whether that's an HDD or an SDD. And it's a very complex thing. It can be very important. It's something that if you care about, you need to read up about, go to an expert, find out more information. I hope that's useful. If you've got questions about this or any other topic, please drop me a line, subscribe to the channel. I'll do what I can to help.